As a registered nurse, there were many times way back when I was at a bedside where I knew that when we discharged people, they still had a lot of issues that they needed to be dealt with medically, but there was no place to go, and they would end up going out on the street. Imagine yourself, your bed that night is going to be on the streets. To me, that is not really serving people in the best way.
It's a job being homeless. It's a job to figure out, okay, how am I going to get off the street? A lot of the housing communities require you to have some type of income. What am I going to do to get an income? Where am I going to leave my stuff so I can go work that job? There's just so many questions that have to be answered. And yeah, it's rough.
You know, I had a good job here, worked for the paper, and they blacked out my position, and they was bye-bye. I had a lot of stuff I had to sell, one item at a time, you know, to keep surviving. And finally, I ran out of all that, and I didn't want to sell my truck because I knew, you know, I had to live in it. When I was driving, seeing homeless people, I'm going, yeah, they can get out and go work and do stuff to take care of them. I found out I'm in that same position.
There's over 390 people that we know of in Spokane that are chronically homeless. They're also in need of a lot of health care. So the way that they will access healthcare services is through the emergency department. And when we talk about people who are chronically coming into the emergency department, it's not like 1 or 2 visits a year. It could be 61 visits in a month. It could be 120 visits in a month. One of the things that we do well at Providence is collaboration. We have to look to other agencies in the community that we can partner with that bring in their own expertise, knowing that Catholic Charities was there for some of the social kinds of things, and what Providence could bring is our expertise in medical issues. And so together, we can then really make an impact in our community.
With this one idea, folks could get out of the hospital and they could go somewhere else to recover. The community got together, Catholic Charities, Volunteers of America, and Providence, and said, hey, let's figure this out.
Respite started as a notion and an idea and a concept, and then Providence got behind it. You know, we went from single-digit beds to now 24 beds, and it's pretty packed up there. It stays full. What's happened is it's all the providers and all the services that have now jumped on board. You know, there's a medical clinic down there. There's people that are being referred to other programs and other therapies and know that they're being taken care of. If that didn't happen, they would be back here, or they would be in an acute care setting, and we'd be dealing with more suffering.
I was having serious bowel problems. Went to the doctor, and they told me he wanted to do a colonostomy, and he had to drink that liquid. And I told him I can't do that because I'm staying in my truck. You know, what am I supposed to do? So the nurse from the doctor's office talked to me about the respite program and asked if they could help me.
We're not fixing them, we're helping them fix themselves. And so we've gotten people into drug and alcohol treatment, gotten people into housing, pulled people right off the street, people that have been homeless for years. But because of this program, it relieves their stress. They heal better, they heal faster. And then you've opened up a new world to them. Now they're looking at new options because they don't have to worry about that day-to-day struggle. It changes everything about a person. Their thinking is long-term. What I want 3 to 5 years from now, not what I want 3 to 5 hours from now.
I really worked with the counselor they had there, and she got on the computer, was looking at all housing programs, and we did all the applications. Moved into here, and everything's looking up, everything's going forward. I was blessed that the program is here and they offer that.
There's all kinds of stories that we hear every single day, and we've seen a dramatic decrease in the number of visits into the emergency department because of that. It can grow as much as we want to, but it is replicable, and every single community can get together and just say, what if we had one bed? We can give people the dignity of saying, we're going to give you a warm bed, we're going to make certain that we're taking care of you and you're going to get your meals, we're going to get you healed, and then we're going to help you with other kinds of services that you need.
To see people start to get some of the services that you and I take for granted, being able to have enough money to buy enough food, knowing that something's going to be there that you need, and having fresh bandages if you're dressing a wound, to feel like you're cared for and you can care for yourself and that other people do care about you. It's so nice to be able to write a prescription for housing. Somebody does have a place to stay and a place to begin the healing process. That's huge.